As you can see, we got it hooked up here just so you can hear the different voice commands as they happen. So pretty much show you the button combinations, and you'll hear exactly what's going to happen when it plays. So first we're going to start by powering it on. To power it on, you're going to press the phone button and the jog dial at the same time. So first to go over, this is the phone button right back there. This is going to be a good majority of the voice and radio commands that you'll encounter. Once the actual 10C is on, this is going to be the video button. So this controls all the video functionality for the 10C. This here is the jog dial. With the jog dial, we actually have the ability to rotate right and left, and it also has a press functionality as well. It's going to be a number of combinations between these three buttons that actually allow you to use the 10C. So again, to start, we're going to just turn it on. To do that, you're going to press the phone button in the back here and the jog dial. You'll hold it simultaneously for 1 second. So as you can see, it's on. You may not have been able to hear that, but it does give you a tone to declare that it's on. And as you'll see, once we have it on and connected to my phone in my pocket there, so you're going to see a blue LED blinking, and that's just to notify you that the device is on. To turn it off, it's as simple as turning it on. You'll just press the phone button in the back and the jog dial simultaneously. You'll hear the device say goodbye, the LED will blink red, and the device is going to be off. So I talked a little bit earlier about the camera being on and the actual recording happening being two separate things. There's a couple different reasons they do that. One, if you're taking some still photos, you wouldn't want it to be in record mode, or if you want to just throw it into record mode real quick, you can do that just by using the video button. The third functionality is going to be the video tagging. So those of you who aren't familiar with the video tagging, what that actually does is while the camera is on, it's going to save a small portion of the SD card and continually record over that. So a 60-second portion, the camera will always be recording. It's not going to blow through your memory though, that way you don't have to have the thing recording all the time, instead only during slices where you want to grab something that's happening on the road, you see a landscape that you like, or one of your friends is doing something ridiculous, you can throw it into the video tagging mode, and what that's going to do is automatically trigger an action within the camera that will record a 60-second period before you hit the button, a 60-second period when you hit the button, and then another 60-second period after you hit the button. So you get a full 3-minute clip. Doesn't waste a bunch of your memory space. You can just hit it and get that full 3-minute clip. To enter the video tagging mode, what you're actually going to do is just press the camera button for 3 seconds.
Video tagging ready.
So you can hear it gives you the go ahead that the video tagging is ready. And to start the video tagging, you just hold this button down for 1 second, the camera button.
Video tagging.
So now we're actually in video tagging mode. So what this is going to do is if we just leave it, if we don't touch anything, it's going to record for the next minute. It's going to get that last 60 seconds of recording in, or actually 2 minutes. It's going to get the last 120 seconds of recording in, and then it will combine it all for one 3-minute clip, as we said. So pretend that the time has gone by here, and we're actually going to go ahead and turn off the video tagging. All you need to do that is hit the camera button for another 3 seconds. You'll see that red LED flash, and we are out of video tagging mode. So that's going to be it as far as the camera functionality. Again, it's got a great camera on it. It's pretty easy to use once you actually get all the combinations down, and there's a ton of different options that you can actually go through to do different types of video recording with this. We're going to be mostly using it as a secondary camera to our GoPro on our video reviews that we actually do on the bike. And all in all, the voice works great, and it's really, so far, a pretty impressive product. When we come back, we're actually going to talk about the audio functions of the camera and how to get it paired up with your cell phone. All right, so the next major functionality with the 10C is going to be the mobile phone interface. So obviously with the Sena, they all allow you to pair with a mobile phone, and the actual use of that mobile phone is really nice, especially with the combinations of buttons that they give you. You can do anything from listen to music on your phone to make voice calls, to answer incoming calls, really anything that you'd want to do on your bike. Again, the audio function is great in this, especially when paired with this Bell Star. I was on the road and was able to hear all the music and everything perfectly, really. So the first step, obviously, when using the 10C with your mobile phone is going to be pairing the device. The instructions that you get with the 10C are going to be a little bit more thorough than I will here, just because pairing with every device is different. I have an iPhone 6. It was really, really easy. It took me just a couple seconds. Basically, you start off by doing that is you're going to press the phone button for 5 seconds.
Phone pairing. Phone selected pairing. Phone selected pairing.
So you'll hear it give you the alert, and then you're going to see that LED blink blue and red alternative flashing. And then once it actually pairs up with a phone, it's going to go ahead and stop that. I'll go ahead and open my phone here real quick just to complete that pair. So on my phone, all I did was just selected the 10C there. Shows that it's connected. Now our phones are completely wired up. So any of the functionality that I can use on my phone, I can also use on the 10C as well. So you can actually also pair a second mobile phone. If you have multiple phones or if there's more than one person using the device, it's pretty easy to do that as well. Going to be pretty much the same situation. All you do is just press the jog dial for 5 seconds and then tap the phone button within 2 seconds. So I'm not going to do that right now. We don't have a second phone to pair with. You can read a little bit more about that in the instruction manuals that actually come with it. As well, you can call transfer, another feature that I'm not going to get into right in this video here, something you can explore on your own a little bit, different functionalities for different phones. So one of the basic ones that you can do is actually to answer and end a phone call. All you'll do on that is tap the phone button or the jog dial when you're actually in a conversation. Or if your phone's ringing, you can answer and call. Something that we can try right now is actually the voice dial. So all you're going to do with that is just tap the phone button.
Speed dial.
So it will give you the call 888-784-4327 extension 221.
Calling 888-784-4327.
Hello, this is Brian Van, and thanks for calling SportBikeTrackGear.com. Riders, call. Real riders.
As you can see, it's pretty loud.
Extension, please dial it at any time. If you are calling today to speak with one of our gear experts about an order,
Please hold while I transfer
Yeah.
your call.
We'll call Brandon real quick.
hey, this is Brandon. What can I do for you?
Hey Brandon, what's going on? It's Dalton.
Hey, what's up, man?
Not much, dude. We're just shooting a video for this 10C right now, so I thought I'd try out the phone functionality.
Sweet.
Yeah, man. So just giving you a call. It seems like it works pretty well. I actually don't have the helmet on, and I can hear you pretty well.
Very cool.
Cool, man. We'll take it easy.
Hey, you too, buddy.
So, and then you can see it hangs up that easy. Really impressed with how well the phone functionality worked on this thing. Pretty interesting. You can also reject incoming calls. You just press the jog dial for 2 seconds. To speed dial, once you have that all set up, you just double tap the phone button. It works as easy as that. So that's the actual phone functionality. Another functionality it does have for communication is going to be the regular pairing with the other Sena devices. You can pair with any device. It doesn't have to just be a Sena, but get you linked up directly. The communication is nonstop, and you don't have to use your phone data. So that's pretty nice, especially if you're riding with some folks who have some Bluetooth communicators as well. So the music is easy enough to operate. If you have it synced to your phone and you do have music on your phone like I do, all you actually need to do is just hold the jog dial until you hear the received command, and then it will actually start to play your music right away for you. So again, you have your volume control. It will let you know once it's hit peak volume. This is again with a helmet off, so you can kind of get an idea of how loud the music plays. You shouldn't have any problem hearing it at most road speeds. Go and pause that. And then you can actually Another neat thing that I like about it, previously, before I had one communicator, all I could do was just pause and play the music, using your little headphones or whatever method that you actually have. This one is neat because you can actually change the song as well. So one thing I found a little bit strange with gloves on was actually changing the song. I'm sure it'd get easier as you got used to it, but what you actually have to do is push down the outside of the jog dial and rotate it, and that was back. So, and you'll see it actually will go ahead and switch between songs for you. So, usually just put your playlist in your general music playlist, and you can switch throughout. Makes it pretty easy. So with the actual FM radio functionality, what you do to turn it on is you're just going to press that phone button for 2 seconds. You'll get the notification that the FM has been either turned on or off. We'll turn it on here. So it will go ahead and tell you that it's on, and then also give you the station that it's on. We're on 96 right now, which doesn't appear to be anything, so we'll go back one. So you see, obviously, you switch it, and we can get good, clear reception. We're inside a building right now. The sound quality is good. How you actually change the channel, the first way is going to be rotating the jog dial. You can hold it down and rotate it forward. So, and it will go up or the opposite way, and it will switch backwards. So, pretty nice. I actually am going to probably use the FM radio a lot more than I would have expected when I actually purchased this. You go into it, and it's kind of interesting. I like to listen to NPR when I'm in my car, and this would have been the first time that I ever listened to NPR on my motorcycle. So, pretty cool, the selection of different radio stations and styles of music that you can listen to. If you listen to a morning show or anything on your way into work on your bike, it's a nice thing to stay up on that as well. There are some different options for some presets. The first one is going to be to select a preset. You just tap the phone button on the back, and it will give you the various preset options. If you can kind of hear it's going through that. Seek stations, as I said before, you just press and rotate. To scan up, you just double tap the phone button. So, and that's going to scan through the stations to find the correct one for you. And to stop the scanning, all you'll do is just double tap that phone button, in this case the scan button. And then say you find something like this station, a little R&B. Oh, I really like R&B. I want to go ahead and preset this station. What I'm going to do is actually just tap the phone button. It will read the station for you and then ask you where you would like to set the preset, and you just hit that, and it'll set it up as a preset. In order to access the presets, when you first turn the radio on, you can just hit the phone button. It will ask which preset you'd like. You can select it, and then it'll go ahead and play for you. So the FM portion of this piece is really functional, really clear. Never ran into issues where it was distorted or anything like that. And then there's just some reset commands that you can do as well. We'll go ahead and turn this off just to kind of talk a little bit about the actual device and how we feel that it performed. Rode in it. My initial ride in it was really, really great. All the functionalities work exceptionally well. The camera works really well. Obviously, you compare it to something like a GoPro Hero Black, the newest one. The picture quality is not going to be quite as sharp, but it is still very functional. It's not potato quality. It's a good quality. You can shoot in 30 frames or 60 frames at 720p, or you can shoot in 1080 at 30 frames. Probably the 720 at the 60 frames is the one that's going to be most adequate if you're looking to record your rides. But it is nice to have the functionality to shoot in the 1080 as well, because if you're interested in this type of thing, you probably already know the different clarity that you get with the 1080p. It's a lot nicer, a lot cleaner. But the 720 is still really good, and with that extra 30 frames a second, it makes it a lot smoother. So if you're doing stills or anything like that, you do have that 1080 option, which is pretty nice. And then with all the audio as well, even with the FM radio, the sound quality is super clear. It's really nice to have that feature. Talking on the phone, it's very clear. It's plenty loud enough for most of the speed that you're going to be doing on the street. Even riding on the freeway, which I did a little bit, you can hear it well. As far as a phone conversation at 80 miles per hour or whatever the speed limit is where you live, probably not going to be ideal for that, but if it's a scenario where, an emergency call or anything like that, you can easily pull off, have the conversation without removing your gear, get back on the road. It works really, really well for that. Recording the video was a breeze. The actual video quality is pretty good. The tagging, I think, is going to be the most useful portion of this. If you're just riding and you see something that you'd like to record really quick, in the Detroit area here, we see crazy stuff all the time, so it's nice to kind of be able to pop that video tag on and record a portion of your ride. The one issue that I would take up with this device, and it's not even really an issue so much more as is an inconvenience, is the sheer number of functionalities that this thing has, combined with the fact that it only has 3 buttons technically, makes it really a chore to kind of learn how it works. Gotten a little bit more familiar with it in the time that I've been using it for this video review, and it's less difficult now, but it's definitely not what I would consider to be intuitive. You're not going to use all the functionalities all the time, at least most of us won't, which is going to make it much easier for you to kind of pin down the ones that you use all the time and make it easy to turn it on, turn it off. They did make the most accessible functionalities the easiest to use. So for example, the camera has its own button. All of those features are fairly easy to use because they don't combine any of the other buttons. And then also the music options. Very easy to use. So overall, this is a great buy if you're looking for something that's just got a little bit of extra to it as far as a Bluetooth communicator. It's not much more than the 20S or the 10S. So, if you're looking at it possibly as an opportunity for you to ride with a camera all the time to protect yourself and also catch some interesting and unique moments, this is definitely an option that I would consider. The install was the easiest Bluetooth install that I've ever done. We're going to do it on a few more helmets so you can actually see how most of them are installed, but overall I'd give this product a really great rating and recommend it to almost anyone who's looking for a Bluetooth communicator. So again, this is Dalton with Sport Bike Track Gear. Any questions on this product or anything on our website, feel free to call 888-784-4327 to speak with one of our gear experts, or email us at orders@sportbiketrackgear.com.